and go.
I'm Mary Kay, founder of Comeback Moms. I'm a career coach who works with women ready to realize their work-life possibilities. One of the first questions a mom usually asks me is, when is the best time to go back to work? And there's no right answer. And although that might seem disappointing, it's actually liberating. You don't have to conform to any established timeline. For some women, though, life circumstances may dictate a comeback. Perhaps your spouse has lost his job or has taken a reduction in pay, or maybe you've moved to a city where the cost of living is higher, or your expenses are going to increase and you'll need to supplement income in some way. If you're fortunate enough to be in control of this choice, then the timing gets tricky. So when is the right time? I have found that some women head back to work when their youngest child begins kindergarten. Others wait until their children are in middle school, and still others till they're empty nesters. While you might look around and see women heading down the comeback trail at a certain junction in their children's lives, the reality is there's no set norm. So what are the specific signs that tell you the time is right to start digging up your old resume? Here are 5 things to do to see if the time is right now for you to go back to work. Number 1, take a look at your family. Number 2, analyze your own restlessness. 3, put a process around it. 4, start a conversation. And 5, dream about it. Number 1, take a look at your family. Be alert to the cues that they give you. Has their sense of independence grown? Could you make it work if you needed coverage for your kids? And by that, I mean logistically, financially, and emotionally. Number 2, analyze your own restlessness. Do you have the feeling that there's something out there waiting for you? Do you look at people at work and long to do that too? What makes you curious? Number 3, put a process around it. And this one's fun. Take a quiz and write 2 lists. On my website, I offer the Comeback Ready quiz. It has some thought-provoking questions that might just help you to realize the time is or isn't right for you to make your comeback to paid work. I encourage you to take the quiz, and I'll send you some results, both quantitative and qualitative. It's fun and easy to do. Give it a try. It's also quite helpful to see things in writing. So write 2 lists. The whys and the why nots of making your comeback now. Simply write those lists and give it some thought and see what you come up with. Here's an example of one woman's list. Yours might look quite different. Make sure you write the list that's unique to you. Number 4, start a conversation. Yes, talk to your spouse. Allocate time in your schedule to sit down and talk to your partner about your comeback. You can review the Comeback Ready quiz and your 2 lists. Get his perspective. How prepared is he for you to make a comeback to work? He may be very prepared for the income that you'll provide, but not so ready for the reallocation of work around the house or with the kids. You might also want to start a conversation with 1 or 2 trusted friends. This is especially important if you don't have a spouse in your life. And if your children are at an appropriate age, you can begin a conversation with them as well. Talk, talk, talk. The more data you receive, the more information you'll have to shape your decision. And number 5, dream about it. Sit back and take some time to visualize what it looks like to be back in the workforce. Are you enjoying every day and making money, changing the world? What is it that you're doing? And even if you can't picture specifically what your job will be, imagine how it feels to be doing it. Finally, when you're thinking about timing, consider the differences between now 6 months from now and a year or two down the road? How will you feel differently? Will you be more geared up to make your comeback because time has elapsed, or will you have lost motivation? And even if you decide that right now is the time to get back to paid work, you need to realize that it's not going to happen overnight. Finding a job or building a career is much more than opening up the want ads or looking at an online job board. The process itself takes several months, and you are in a unique opportunity to define the work that's right for you. You're a much different person than left the workforce. Above all else, when you do decide that the time is right, savor each moment as you evolve and grow and realize the work-life possibilities that are waiting for you.